Hello, everybody. I hope you are having an amazing night. As requested, we are back. And okay, let's pray to God in heaven that we do not have any more technical issues. As far as I know, my husband isn't streaming anything and my internet is fine. Let's pray. Hail Mary. So, not that we're Catholic, but we pray to everyone that it literally has no problems. And we're expecting Keisha. She is coming soon. She wrote me that she was on her way home, but she got stopped by a train coming in front of her. So she is going to be a few minutes late. But while we are waiting on her, I thought it would be fun to just ask everybody, what is their favorite holiday tradition? And you don't have to go into extreme detail if you don't want to, but we'll just go ahead and chat about this for a few minutes. Comment below, what was your favorite holiday tradition growing up? I would say mine is kind of unique because it's not technically a tradition, but me and my brother, every Christmas, we would send each other out to open up. We would unwrap a portion of our gift and then we would go and tell each other what it was. And then it was a secret joke that we had between us. And then on Christmas morning, we pretended to be surprised. So he'd be like, hey, this is what you got. I went and peeked at your gift. And I don't know why we didn't just go and peek at our own gifts. And but we did it as a SWAT team, mission. It was really weird. But that's one of my Christmas traditions. What's one of yours, Wendy?
My mom always let us get one gift out of her stocking every day of December.
Really?
So we loved that because we looked forward to it every day. That was our advent calendar.
That is so much fun.
I never kept that up because you have to buy a lot of gifts for the stocking.
Say, I actually saw, right. I've seen
unless you just want to go to Dollar Tree and.
Well, that's true. But say you have 3 kids. I mean, $1 a day, 25 gifts.
I know. That's why I was I can't keep this up.
Yeah. Maybe back in the 90s when we were growing up, economically that was possible. But today, no way.
Yeah.
I can't even imagine. Actually, I saw that on TikTok and even Instagram. That's a trend right now is people are getting big baskets and they're wrapping up. Now, this is kind of more for I've seen it more homeschool moms, but they're wrapping up a book a day, every day leading up to Christmas. And I thought that was kind of neat.
Yeah, that's fun.
Yeah. I mean, maybe that would make our kids want to read more. Who knows? We'll see. But let's just go ahead and see who's on. Hello, Jules. I miss you. I need to
Jules, I love your picture.
I know. It's really beautiful.
You are so pretty.
She is very beautiful.
Seriously.
Jules is gorgeous. Hi,
Tammy.
Are you up there counting your bookmarks? Tammy is our friend who, if there was a term for somebody who had a bookmark addiction, she would be that person because every time we see her, she's like, look at this bookmark and look at this one. And recently she sent us a Marco of 12 bookmarks for Christmas that she got. Maybe
I die every time Tammy goes.
Insane. Yeah. And then as the video progresses, she's more and more guilty, this one and this one. And this one, and we're just laughing.
Oh,
it's so much fun. Hi, Jen. You are the one that was with us, for our technical difficulties last time. Thank you for coming back and giving us a second chance to prove ourselves.
To prove ourselves.
We just overall sucked. Yes, I am not frozen. Here's Keisha.
Hi.
Hello, I'm glad you made it. We told them about your train issue.
Yeah. Well, it was that. I had to get home, put my groceries away, heat up soup. I have Panera broccoli cheddar soup.
Oh,
I love that soup.
That's my favorite.
Something quick.
Yes. Well, that's the best way to do it in this cold right now. You need soup. So I asked everybody what their favorite Christmas tradition was really quick to chat.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't really have a tradition that I remember from growing up, but one we have with Haley is that we play Monopoly every Christmas Eve.
Oh, that's cute.
Love that. That is so cute. I feel like you're hidden. I'm sorry. I don't know how to make it different.
Oh, you're fine. Here.
There we go. We see you more. Hi, Brandon. Thank you for joining. And thank you for following me on Instagram. I told Wendy, I'm like, Brandon thinks I'm cool. He followed me on Instagram. I was just I see him everywhere. He's on Gwen's podcast and he's all over. And I just felt cool. Excited to get some reading done tonight. We're actually going to read. We promise. We're not going to freeze. That's not what we're going to do. Let's hope. Hi, Corinna. Hi. I really need to read, so I am here for now. Good. We are here for now, too. Let's hope it stays that way. because we don't want to have any problems. We also always go to the Cheesecake Factory once in December and get a couple slices of cheesecake each to go. That is a great tradition, and that's one I think that Wendy would love. Oh my gosh, Wendy, at Target today, and I don't know, maybe I'll just get them for you for Christmas. I saw Kisses that were Oreo, and I was like, oh my gosh, that is going to be like a Wendy gift. If I wasn't surrounded by kids yelling, I would have just like grabbed everything. But of course, you buy one thing of chocolate, and the kids are like, buy me something. I got to go alone. I finished Spark of the Everflame today, and I loved it. Yay!
I'm so excited.
Okay, it was so freaking good. And I think Tammy and you, Wendy, you both liked the first one, but even the second one, even more.
Yes. So I gave it 4 stars. Brandon, just wait, because the second and third are like, a lot of people will say like, oh, but I love the first one. But like, seriously, the second and the third one are like astronomically better. Like, I thought the first one was good, but I felt like it was super predictable. And then the second and third one, I was like, it was so fast paced and crazy like the whole time.
I just feel like I didn't think it was super predictable, but I did see a few things. But like the twist at the end, I will say it's one of those twists that you have to read several times to really understand it. Everybody is a little bit confused by the ending. But you haven't read it, have you, Keisha? I don't think so.
Mm-mm.
You will like it, I think. Although you're not a huge fantasy girly all the time, I think that it has
to be in the mood.
Yeah, it has enough romance to really like be intriguing as well. Oh, thank you. Hello, Tina. Thanks for hopping on. Haha, Tammy needs a bookmark intervention. We were telling them, Tammy legitimately, like, we collect books and maybe book sleeves. She collects bookmarks, and I swear she has like 80 to 100.
She probably has like 300 bookmarks. I'm not even kidding.
I don't know how many, but
like, you probably have. Do you have a lot? I feel like I literally have 5. Well, not Wendy got me more, so I probably have
like 10 total.
Yeah, I was gonna say I have 5 plus what you got me.
I just don't. My most prized ones, I will show you.
There's a lot.
Holy crap! All right, Tammy, you're in good company.
Yeah, I love and I have like little. Somebody made these. They're like little paper clip.
Those are cute.
Yeah, I have like all kinds. My sister-in-law, she made this one for me.
Is that a cross stitch?
Yeah,
that's
and it's got my name.
Oh my gosh, I love handmade gifts. Like, I don't make them, but I like them.
Yeah, so
that's awesome.
I would collect handmade ones. I love this one the most.
That one is from the best book
because it says Fireheart.
I love that. Cute. So great. Tammy, you're here. So we are requesting on Instagram a picture of you laying down amidst all of your bookmarks. We need to see how
count them.
The addiction goes. We need you to count them.
We need you to count them.
We really want to
make you want more bookmarks.
Let's just make a very cringy Instagram.
You know how Marie Kondo makes you lay out all your stuff?
Yes.
So that you have to see it in a pile.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. That's what we need her to do with her bookmarks.
Bookmarks take up such little space. You can't be like, okay, you can only choose 10. Which ones bring you joy?
And then I need her to go through and ask herself, does this spark joy?
And if not, you thank it and then you move on and give it to somebody else. That's what you do. Do it.
Thank you for bringing me joy. You don't bring me joy anymore. Here you go.
Your spark is gone. Favorite holiday tradition, we usually get hot chocolate and then drive around looking at Christmas lights on Christmas Eve. Okay, Brandon, I did this too when I was younger with my super fun aunt because my mom could not be bothered to go outside. She's more of a homebody. But me and my aunt, we would go around and drive and look at all the Christmas lights, and it's so much fun. All right, bookmarks. She has more. Wait, what'd she say? I have more Christmas bookmarks than Christmas books. Okay, so she has more bookmarks than Christmas.
She said it sent too soon. Yeah,
I agree. She definitely has more Christmas.
Amy, I want you to count how many bookmarks you have, and I'll count mine, and we can compare numbers.
Yes, we need to compare. Asking for the second book for Christmas. Ooh, it's on your wish list. Everybody go to Brandon's wish list and get him the second Glow.
Well, not everybody, because they need to have 10 copies, but
not everybody who's willing. It's a
Brandon
race.
Put the second and third one on there, and then 2 people go buy it.
Everybody run and see who can get it first. Make it a race. I've also heard that Rebel Witch is astronomically better. Really? So
I have the ARC. I still haven't read it.
I have the ARC too, and I actually have it illegally because I've never, like, my friend, I don't think she meant to, but like she sent me somehow her NetGalley copy accidentally. I don't know how it happened, but it did, and I'm not hating it. So,
but then you ended up getting approved anyway.
I know. So then, I mean, I got approved for it anyway. So now it's legitimized. It's fine.
Is that the sequel to Heartless Hunter?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. Yay, Brandon. The second and third books are so amazing. Okay. I'm going to try to scoot through these comments a little faster. I have so many bookmarks too. I believe it. Keisha is making me want more bookmarks. Stop it. Don't show her anymore. It's an addiction.
You have to have one for every book.
No. She's going to have a tote full.
I'm going to Marco y'all my bookmark collection.
I want to see all of them. They're
It'll be long. I don't even care.
Do it. Like, send us 20 minutes of bookmarks. Hi, Jeannie. Good evening, ladies. Planning on reading Broken Bread, Tilly Dilhay, I think, or The Miracle Morning, Hal Elrod tonight. Why was that so much reading?
It's so hard when you're on the spot. I stress out and I'm like, I can't read.
I feel like I read so much better not out loud, like in my head. Mine looks like Keisha's too. That's awesome. I have 10 bookmarks. Tammy's laughing at us. Maria K can kiss my butt. I mean, she would be probably shocked at all of us and what we have. I mean, I cleared out my closet and I got rid of 75 articles of clothing. She probably would have judged me. I'm so sad that I don't have the ARC. Maybe I can send it to you illegally.
Oh my gosh.
JK, if NetGalley is watching, no one does that. JK. Rebel Witch is good. I think I like Spark better though. Very good. I don't know how you can send a NetGalley copy. We never talked about it. It didn't exist in this conversation. What are you talking about? Just kidding. Never mind. Not Rebel Witch. I was thinking of the first book. Gotcha.
Oh, Heartless Hunter. Oh, yeah. It's definitely better than Heartless Hunter.
Yeah. I'm excited for that one too. I'm so glad that you guys are all here. This is so much fun. So really quickly, I'm going to have Wendy introduce herself and then Keisha will do it really quick.
Oh, y'all didn't do that?
No, because we were waiting on you for the fun.
Oh,
and then you guys just go ahead and write in the comments quickly what you're reading for tonight. So Wendy, go ahead.
My name is Wendy from Wendy's Inspired Reads. I'm reading Omen of Ice. And I actually like it so far. And I just randomly got this on Alcrate. I think it's a YA. And basically, she is his bodyguard. And he's Fae.
So great.
It's so interesting and different. So far, I'm actually liking it.
I'm so glad. I was wondering, I know you said that it didn't have good reviews.
It didn't. But you know what? It's probably just one of those things too. Like, it's just not hyped. So that's probably why it doesn't have a lot of reviews.
And we were talking about this privately, the three of us, like how we miss reading books that have not been really hyped and just going into the library and choosing a book based off of intuition or feeling or a spark of joy and having that genuine, authentic moment. It's so nice.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, I'm still reading The Heart of Christmas by Letitia Sexton. I started this last night and I am really liking it. My only beef with it is the same thing I said last night. It's marketed as a Christian romance and it's weird that it's marketed that way. And they do talk about God, but there's weird innuendos and stuff that I would not expect in a Christian romance. I wish it wasn't marketed as that or I didn't know that because then I wouldn't think about it.
Yeah.
But the way that it's labeled makes me want something different.
I agree. And it's funny because we were just talking about how she went to a Christmas movie night at a church tonight and the movie was scary.
It was very scary. It
for
was
kids. And she's like, wouldn't you want a Christian movie?
Yeah.
What did y'all watch?
So they put on Jim Carrey's A Christmas Carol and it was
that is scary, but it's good.
I mean, it's great.
It's
don't get me wrong.
You know what I mean? It just doesn't make sense.
It's not super based around the nativity and I guess Jesus. I mean, at the end, he does kind of get everything's revealed and he realizes the reason for the season is to spread love and love people. Yeah. But it was terrifying. And people were walking out with their kids because they were scared. I was one of them. My kids literally got down on the bottom, sat on the floor behind the chairs, and they were like hiding their eyes because I don't know if you guys remember it, but there's a part where like Marley's mouth splits open as a ghost, and like the kids were like,
yeah. And even though it's a cartoon, it's like still terrifying.
Yeah, it was really scary, and my kids were like legitimately traumatized. Way to go, Mom! Like I went for the brisket and I left with trauma. Like,
oh my gosh.
The church was having brisket and it was like so nice. They were having a great like family dinner, but like, yeah, it ended.
Oh, also, wait, I forgot because I'll forget to show you this since it's in my book. So my bookmark for tonight is Topo Shijo.
That's so cute. I love
it. All his names.
That's awesome. I love that he has like, I love the art where they don't have eyes and faces. I like it.
Yeah, it's got all his names, but my favorite is Topo Shijo. I love when he says that in the movie.
That's so great. I love that so much. Well, I am reading a holiday romance still, my wonderful book from Corinna. It is absolutely adorable. I really like this book. I will say so far that like so much has happened and it's only the first couple of chapters. So I feel like it's going to be a really good holiday read. So I'm excited about it. And if you don't know me, my name is Leah Beth, and I'm here on Instagram and YouTube as Leah Beth Book Time. So thank you for joining us tonight. And so far, so good. We're not frozen yet. It's
Did
so
Keisha
cool.
say where she's from?
I don't think so, but Keisha, if you don't,
a book like you
should a book like you. Like I feel like you're our celebrity. So
I'll put it in my display name.
There we go. It's so nice to meet you.
Yeah, it's our first time meeting you.
I know, it's so great. Tina says, I'm reading Christmas with a Crank. I'm 41% in. Okay, unpopular opinion. Comment below, Tina, your thoughts. But like starting it, I feel like the guy is so jerky. And I read, I think it was Terms and Conditions by Laura Asher. Hated that guy to begin with. Ended up like liking him at the end. So I'm kind of wondering how it's going to go. But like so far, I'm like, ew. Why did you make him so
I just need to quit hearing y'all say things about this. I'm trying to go in not knowing anything, and now I'm nervous because everybody's like, meh.
I mean, he's going to be a crank based off of the title.
I know. You didn't know that.
Like, I feel like he's on his period.
But it did bother me.
He's PMS a little bit.
I know. I'm still going to read Cross Country Christmas.
Oh, that's like, way better. You're going to pop
that. But this one, like, Keisha, he wouldn't even, like, talk to her or respond.
Yeah, so we can't even tell.
I want to hear. I want to.
You haven't read it yet.
Obviously he's cranky. I kind of feel like because she titled it such, she felt like she had to make him like really mean, and she succeeded.
But what's crazy about that is she is always worried about writing a character that's not likable and how to make them likable. So it's funny that maybe this was her first.
She threw that out the window.
Well,
you have to finish it. He does get a lot better.
Yeah, I was going to say I have to finish it now because if not, I think I'm just going to be eternally annoyed. If you heard that, that was my husband.
It does get a lot better, and it is really sweet, but he didn't start being, I'll just, never mind.
Yeah, please don't spoil it for me.
I'm not a spoiler person, so I stopped. On the sidelines like, she's going to spoil it. It's not just me.
I stopped myself. So
I just want to go in knowing literally the only thing I know about it is it's like Grumpy. It is Grumpy Sunshine.
It's
Grumpy Sunshine Christmas Tree Farm. That's all I know. That's all I want to know.
I thought it's like Grumpy Sunshine. It's like Grumpy Moon, like shine. like it's not bright enough or happy enough to be sunshine. It's still very dulled. I don't get it. She says half of her comments are
moonshine.
That sucks because if we're working on our end, we don't want the comment section to be messed up. Come on now, internet. I gotta put it on. Wait, I gotta put it in online. I gotta put it in an online.
Do you need us to read for you, ma'am?
Oh my gosh. I gotta put it in an online grocery order first. But then I think I'll be reading Let It Glow by Marissa Mayer. It's a holiday middle grade. Maybe you do have to read for me.
That looks cute. Brandon, you'll have to let me know if it's good.
That actually sounds really cute. Hello, Sarah. Trying to finish tomorrow and tomorrow and tomorrow before it's due in the library tomorrow.
That's funny.
I need to just really quickly, I'm just going to take a picture of this for Gwen because that's a really funny joke involving her favorite book. Moving on. Great joke. I loved it. I have 80 pages left in Chocolate Chip Cookie Murder. That's by Joanna Fluke, I think. That's
Are
awesome.
you enjoying that one?
Yeah, tell us about it for sure. Today, I read almost all day. Go, Corinna. Finished Keeping 13. Yay. Read The Gift. I mean, so did I. It's very not memorable.
It's
And
something.
now, it's something. It's something for sure. Now I'm
Corinna
reading.
gave it 3 stars. I'm like, it doesn't deserve that.
No, I think I gave it like maybe 1 star. I don't know. Maybe 2. I
You
forget.
gave it 2.
I gave it 2. I was being like nice because
I
I
gave it
actually like typically don't hate for stuff.
I mean, it's short, so like it had that going for it.
It had like it was just it's everyone's dream because it's so short. Like just read it for that purpose.
Yeah.
And she's reading Vera Wang's Unsolicited Advice for Murderers, and I want to say Vera Wang so badly.
It is Wang, I think.
Is
It's
it?
like
Okay.
typo.
Okay, because I was like Vera Wang is like she's like the real deal. I have the book too, Brandon. Let me know if you like it. Definitely. Jen, are you liking it? Joanne Fluke is one of my favorite cozy authors, and I love that series. That is like Jules' bread and butter. She loves her. Hi, Kristen. Hi, all. Just hopping on. I'll be trying to finish up to No Gouda. Oh, I think that's the one that Hannah really likes, I think,
Yeah.
right?
Mm-hmm.
It's a great cozy mystery, but it's set in the hot summer, which is not the setting I want right now.
Well, that's good to know.
Yeah, I definitely don't want to read a cozy about summer right now. I went for the brisket. Such a Southern vibe. I did. Went for the brisket, came back with like, a migraine and terror. Yes, I love it, Jules. Have you read more of that series? I'm planning on continuing it.
I loved that one. It was so good.
I was going to say you really liked it. That was your first Joanne Fluke. Yeah.
It's so good.
I now know Leah's life story. I owe you a Marco Polo. I know. So like Corinna and I were talking back and forth, and like she just made me feel like I could talk forever, and I did. I talked to her for like 23 minutes and told her my whole life story because she told me a lot of hers. So we are like now like Marco besties.
Jovi says hi.
Hi, Jovi. Oh, she's so cute. Jovi. Hi, Jovi. Hello. He's like, I see you.
Where's that from?
I'm nervous too, Keisha. Probably about Christmas with the Crank, right?
Yeah.
Jen, years ago, I read up to like book 16. Holy crap. And then didn't pick it up for a while. And so I started the series over and I'm on book 8. Dude, Jules is like the queen of the rereads. I just can't do it. I don't know. Wendy, I just finished Cross Country Christmas. It was so cute. Oh my gosh, it was so cute. I gave it 5 stars. Loved it. I'll put my thoughts in the Discord to save Keisha from getting spoiled.
Thank you.
Because she would like never forgive you because of the Courtney Walsh.
I would forgive her.
It's your favorite author. She loves her. Don't come after her.
Yeah, but I know she's not for everybody. Everybody doesn't love.
Hey, by the way, did you get a bookmark? Like a Christmas with the Crank bookmark, Keisha?
No, but I ordered it. I pre-ordered from Amazon. So
okay, because I was just gonna send you mine, but never mind.
You're like, I'm done with it, so I will send it to you.
Well, I just thought she would appreciate it.
Oh yeah,
I mean, I would appreciate it.
You already have it, so.
No. I got my book from Amazon, so I don't.
Oh yeah, she sent me a bookmark, so I'll mail it to you.
Oh,
so wait, when you pre-ordered, you got a bookmark in addition?
I signed up for her ARC, and then she had my address, I guess, and she mailed everybody a bookmark.
Oh, that's so nice.
See, I'm like, I never get the ARCs because I'm like, I want the final copy, and then I'll get both. Which I mean, I could still do both, but I'm like, no, like I just want the final. So I just
I was gonna say, like, do you actually get ARCs from NetGalley as much anymore? You probably don't, do you?
I mean, I could if I requested them. I'll get most of what I request, but I haven't requested anything. I used to only do graphic novels because I only had NetGalley on my phone. Right. And then now I have a Kindle, so I assume I will get more. But the next one I'll probably get is I requested to get an ARC of the next Heather Kaufman book in January, which is ironic because Up From Dust was only like a 3-star for me, but I want to give her another try. So her next book comes out in January, so I'll probably get that one.
I requested Abby some books. Oh, it's so cute though.
That's adorable.
And I was like, okay. If Keisha didn't get one of these, she needs it.
Yeah.
I don't have a Courtney bookmark. I can't wait. I'm literally probably not even going to read this first print because I'm just going to be showing y'all my bookmarks. So,
I mean, how about this? Like the next sprint where we talk, or after the first sprint, show us all of your favorite bookmarks and why they're your favorite. Because I like have to see your top. Like top 3 favorite bookmarks.
No, ma'am, I can't do that because I have different.
Top 5.
I have some that I've made. I've had some that friends have made. I've had some that go with books that I got with arcs. I have some that, like, it's too many different.
Top 5. You can
categories.
do top 5, maybe. Try it. Let's see if you can do it. It was a retelling, and I was entertained. Didn't love it. Didn't dislike it. It was just mid. What book is that again? Do we know?
I have no idea. What's a retelling?
Was it?
The Gift.
That's a retelling.
That's right. It was the Gift.
It's based on the Gift of the Magi, but I don't remember it.
I didn't know that, but I don't know that book, so I wouldn't know.
Yeah, I don't know that book either. Hi,
Disney did a Mickey and Minnie version of the Gift of the Magi, and that's what I always remember in my head.
Okay, yeah, she said she was talking about the Gift. Hi, Lindsay. Hoping to finish The Dead Romantics and then start Christmas with a Crank. We are talking about it, so you are in good.
I will say, like, she did make me laugh quite a bit. In
Courtney Walsh.
Yes,
mm-hmm.
There was a lot of stuff that was really funny. So I was like, okay, this guy, it's just the guy. Okay, so I have to try others.
Just wait. Cross Country Christmas. I feel like the girl in there, I think her name is Lauren. She makes me laugh. Like Lauren and Will, their vibe is pretty sweet. Like I kind of think that Will is like a golden retriever now. Like he's a bad boy or like womanizer who's just been completely like made over into the sweet guy. And he's finding himself. And like, I just love their banter. It was so believable. Oh shoot, that reminds me that I have a couple of NetGalley audiobooks I need to listen to. Girl, same. I have like 4. NetGalley's like over me.
Hey, Leah.
Done. Huh?
Right.
If you don't want them anymore, I want them.
This is Lover.
Oh my gosh.
That's
and
so
they're like
cute.
cloth, and like this is the back.
Oh, I'm so excited. Oh,
I'll mail them to you.
I would
They're
love them.
cloth.
Yeah.
I'm so excited. Dude.
Well, that makes this one look lame.
My daughter.
This isn't cloth. And it was free.
Just random paper. They didn't even put any effort into it. I was so excited today because Wendy got my daughter for her 9th birthday 96 facts about Taylor Swift. And I'm more excited than anybody to read it. Maybe I'll read it tonight. Who knows? Hi, Bethany. I finally got my percentage up to 75 joules. That is amazing. Trying to bring it up. I'm so proud of you.
I'm at 70.
Flies. That's amazing. I'm at like 52, maybe. Maybe less. I can't remember. The Gift. It was at the end of the book. What was at the end of the book?
Just talking about it, probably the retelling.
Oh, right. Okay. Shall we sprint?
Yes.
Let's do it. Okay. So I'm thinking we could do a long sprint if you guys want to and go. We could even go 10 after 9. Or do you guys want to do to
Yeah,
talk
that's fine with me.
10 after 9? Okay. So let's read until 10 after 9. And I have the cutest little screen for us. It's like a little.
Oh, it's music. Keisha's favorite.
I mean, it
Oh,
does.
it's gonna put me to sleep.
If you don't like, I personally on my sprints, I will probably.
I like it too, but it will.
I don't dislike it, and I've done this room before in my house, like when I'm doing stuff. But when I'm reading and I hear music, it lulls me to sleep. But it's fine. I'll just push mute.
Corinne's on mute.
Listen, I like it. If you don't like it, the next sprint,
it's beautiful,
different one. But it's very like it's just crackling fire and jazz. Muted if you need to. But here we go. Let's go read till the top. Well, 10 after the hour.
Okay.
Am I bringing you guys out of like a comfort coma? I felt like it was so relaxing to have the music. I love it.
Well, I turned it on because I didn't read anything that sprint. So
I know.
read one chapter.
I
So
told y'all I was showing you the bookmarks.
showed us the bookmarks.
That's okay.
Now you understand why I have so many, though, because
Yeah.
they're different types, and I don't use all of them, but they have sentimental value.
They're sentimental, yeah.
Well, there's like so many that you made personally and then like had a memory or like a friend gave you. And like you don't want to get rid of any of them. They're all like so perfect. So you could be like the Cullens and make like a giant decor. Like
I was
they do all the
literally thinking that.
with the graduation caps, and like every season of your life, you can like put a group of bookmarks per year. Like these were the years that I got these bookmarks. Whenever you're like done and you need to like purge to get new bookmarks.
Okay, well, I did count them all, and I do have like a couple more that aren't in this. But if anybody wants to guess how many bookmarks I own, drop it in the comments. You don't win anything.
Like a prize.
I
don't
say
win it, you
100.
get
That's my guess.
satisfaction.
100.
You get the satisfaction of winning. Guess below, lock in your answers, because at the end of this talking, we are going to talk about how many she has. And I'm going to guess too. So, okay, like depending on what you showed me and not counting in my head because I'm not a savant, not Rain Man. Let's see. I think you showed me like 49 or 50, maybe. Like maybe more. Let's go with 50. Let's go with 55.
Okay.
I'm sticking with 100.
It's like wrong, but
55 and 100. Y'all are so far apart.
I just feel like I feel like you didn't show me 100. I don't think.
Some of them were little.
That's true. Gosh, I mean, it was really funny because we were at me and Wendy. I mean, it looks like I feel like the 50s are like good. Okay, Corinna's coming in with the low number 2. We were at a baby shower and it was like making fun of everyone for guessing so high on this like diaper cake. And
I was the closest.
I was like,
other than the
obviously
person who won.
Yeah, I was like, obviously what you do is you just realize that the top is like 10 diapers and then the second's like 20 diapers, at the bottom's like 40, and like you add them that way or whatever. And I had like this method and like it didn't work. So I'm not a perfect measure of how many are in anything. Well, let's go to the comments. Tell me how you guys did. But before we actually go to the comments, Wendy, how far did you get? And I know it's not much because you said one chapter.
Yeah, one chapter.
Did you like your one chapter?
Yeah, I mean, it was fine.
Give a little, okay, I forget what you had said. Give a mini synopsis of what Omen of Ice is about. Like just if you could describe it in like, I don't know, like 3 words.
Well, I'm only like on chapter 6, but she is asked, I forget what the name of it is, like I'm going to say it, butcher it wrong, but she's like an Ephelin or something is what they call themselves.
We know nothing about the lore, so we're going to need Keisha for this.
And so she is like a bodyguard essentially. And
that's cool though.
Yeah.
It kind of sounds like the assassin. Wait, it sounds like Throne of Glass because she's an assassin, like she's a bodyguard assassin. It works. My husband's like
killed anybody yet.
Unbelievable that a girl could be a bodyguard or an assassin. Let's just not even talk about my husband's like.
Corinna said that's more than 3 words.
Yeah. Okay. So you said
I can't say it in 3 words. I've read 6 chapters.
Well, like like so far, like would you say that it's, I don't know, like dark or like
oh no,
romantic?
not dark.
Something like that.
I would say
crazy.
So far it's very YA.
Okay.
Like you can tell it's YA. So
YA, female bodyguard, something folklorish.
Well, I don't know if I don't want to spoil it.
Oh, well, that's true.
But there is a picture of a wolf on it. I'm just saying.
Okay, so it's got like possible Twilight vibes.
So I will just leave it at that because it is on the cover.
Well, that's true. I mean, if it's on the cover. Keisha, what did you read?
Nothing. But if anybody missed it, this is what I'm going to be reading whenever I read next sprint.
So when will you reveal what the number is?
Oh, let's do it.
Once we go through the guesses.
Let's go through the guesses and then we'll reveal. And then for the next sprint, well, the next time we like talk after the sprint, guess how many baked goods and or candies I have in my giant bag.
That's so random.
Is that from today?
I went to a bake sale today. Just guess how many I have in the
I
Shine.
say 10.
Uh,
I mean, I didn't see you grab that much.
Well,
Unless Tyler brought some home.
I also went to that like church function, and I have like my entire bag is just diabetes. Like it's just...
I'm gonna guess 7.
Okay, so that's an additional thing that you can look forward and look ahead to guessing. But we know Keisha didn't read much because she showed us all of her lovely bookmarks. It was such a good time. I watched the 9-minute video and enjoyed every minute of it.
Is it that long? I'm so sorry.
No, it was great. It was like, I was like, fine, because I actually read a little bit before you showed it. So I have this devotional that I have been doing, The Perfect Gift, which I think I showed on here last time. Let me like bring it up on Goodreads. If you are looking for a good Christmas devotional, it is currently on NetGalley, and I'm pretty sure approve anybody. And I think it's also like it was on Read Now. If my Goodreads would pull up. Look at this mess. Okay, finally. This one. So yeah, if you're looking for a good Christmas devotional, it's very good. It's by someone called Barney Cargyle III. What a name. That's so hilarious. All right, let me get my banner removed because I'm like, ew, it's annoying me. Okay, now to the comments. Betsy, hello, friend. How are you this evening? Oops, I'll get to yours in a minute. I missed yours. Hi, Krista, Books and Jams. Hello, hello. I'm excited for sprints tonight. We are too. I have been working on a Christmas puzzle as I just finished the Midnight Library. Awesome. Oh my gosh, how was it? Now I'm going to do dishes. Happy Saturday, all. Thank you. I love I only love puzzles if I do them with a lot of people. If it's like a thing I do by myself, it's depressing. But like with a lot of
did a puzzle last week.
Did you? That's so
it was a snow globe one. And we're gonna start this one tomorrow.
Oh, that's cute.
So
I love doing puzzles with my family.
I just like 500-piece puzzles, not 1,000.
Yeah.
Just
1,000 is so much.
I don't like the puzzles where like it's almost all the same colors. I can't stand that because I can't figure it out. Like we bought a puzzle that was an ice rink and just little people skating on it. Okay. I couldn't figure it out at all.
White.
Yeah,
we were
it's
like,
snow.
no.
It's all white. You don't know any.
Yeah, it was all white. So
That's
I
horrible.
gave up.
So my mother-in-law, we have done this, I think, for the past 3 Christmases, but we typically she will push us to do it and we will act like we don't like it, but we get around the table and we usually do a puzzle together. It's been harder with the girls, but we did do like a snow puzzle one time, but that did not go over well. What we get now, and they're called White Mountain Puzzles, if anybody knows that brand. They have like so many different signs and like patterns and like so much going on that it's like a lot easier and more fun. So good brand to check out, but that's fun that you guys do it with your families. Hi, ladies. I'm going to be reading The Quiet Tenant by Clemence McCollin, maybe, and possibly How My Neighbors Stole Christmas, but by Megan Quinn. I just finished Spectacular by Stephanie Garber. I've heard a lot of people have been let down by that book. I'm kind of wondering how it's going. Like, is it like a 3-star read, 2-star for people, maybe more? I don't know. I think Jordan read it, didn't she, Keisha?
I don't know if she has started it yet or not, or if she read it. I don't remember.
She had a reading. She had it in a reading blog, but I don't think she finished it.
Wait, are you talking about? Wait, which one?
Spectacular.
Spectacular by
Spectacular. Sorry, I thought we were talking about that Grinch one, and I was like, I don't know. Yeah, she was disappointed by it. Like, she liked it, but she didn't love it. Like, but I'm hearing that from a lot of people.
Yeah. So so Betsy, you mentioned the Grinch one. If you haven't seen my video and you haven't heard me talk about it yesterday, just be aware it is very surprisingly spicy. Like if you read Lucy Score's, what was it, like Christmas Fix? It's very much similar.
Oh,
but
no, don't tell me that.
No, it's not as animalistic. It's not as crazy. I literally felt like the Lucy Score one, like the guy turned into like a.
That was disgusting. That one was shocking.
He was like a nice puppy, and then he was a puma attacking her at every turn.
Oh,
It was
very
disturbing.
unexpected.
I am like really waiting for Wendy to read it because I know she'll read it quickly. And I'm like, tell me how much the spice freaked you out. So
Well,
Betsy,
okay, but I want to read Cross Country Christmas first. So I got to finish Omen of Ice and then Cross Country Christmas,
Cross
and then I'll
Country
read that one.
is such, I read it like with a bubble bath going and a Christmas candle, and it was such a vibe. I loved it so much. I'm not sure which I'm in the mood for, a thriller or another Christmas book. Well, if you do get a thriller, like Rock, Paper, Scissors was a really good winter atmospheric one. So get a winter thriller. I think that would be nice. That could be a good one too. Got to page 18 of Let It Glow. Awesome. Hope you're liking it. Leah, I love your hair. Thank you. I'm like growing to love it more. At first, I feel like I was so shell shocked by it, but now I feel like it's becoming like an era. And I like it too. A little boy today at the Christmas party was like, I love your hair. It looks so good. It suits you. I was like, okay.
That's funny.
It was like,
Oh my goodness.
and I was like, kids tell the truth, right? So if he didn't think that, I'm sure he wouldn't have said it. I was tempted to pull out my bookmarks too. Do it. I want to see your bookmarks as well. Okay, so we have guesses coming in. Kristen is at 63. Jen is at 75. Betsy in the books, 100. Solid guess. Like, okay, so if Wendy and Betsy go head to head, you're going to have to choose a number. Corinna at 46, which I kind of feel like that's more towards my guess. I said 55, just to recap. Okay. Oh, do the little magnetic ones count that I
And I told her yes.
They do, and that's a good thing to bring up. Don't discount the small ones because that would definitely up mine too. Yeah.
Yeah, I do have a good bit of those.
Wendy got me like a 8-pack of the ones that have like Christmas or Christian sayings on them, so I have a lot of this as well. I love the music. Thank you, Bethany. Yay, we're our own club. Made it to page 70 and with Christmas with a Crank, I'm guessing 62. Okay, how are you liking it, Bethany? Because, you know, we had the whole
I think
talk
she's
about-
loving it. Didn't she say that last night?
I think she
Yeah,
did.
she said she was laughing a lot,
Okay,
which is what I want to hear.
that sounds familiar. Thank you that you love the music. I was vibing. I don't know if anybody saw, but like for a while I was like jazzing out to it. Yes, Corinna. Okay. Hello, I'm on page 315 of The Shining. That is a random one to be reading this time of year, but I love it. That is such a good movie. So I'm excited for you. Oh dear. Okay. I'd say drum roll 92. That is quite a jump. 46 to 92. She is committed to winning this thing. I only read 17 pages. That is like 17. Wait, that's like what? How many did you get to, Wendy? You said just a chapter. I don't
Just
think
a chapter. I didn't count.
17 more than Keisha.
Yeah.
I didn't get far. I got sidetracked, but I'm at 47%. That's awesome. Everybody's doing good, but us. That's much more than 3 words, Wendy. Hey,
I can't do that very well.
listen, when I was in high school, the reason I wasn't chosen for like these AP honor like contests for writing was because my teacher told me my writing was excellent, but I could not condense enough.
I believe it.
I
I believe it.
She was like, your writing is so good, but you are not very concise and you need to make it condensed.
That's so funny.
I struggle like talking to condense. And then like if someone were to say, describe your best friend in 2 words, like we'd be here all night.
If Leah ever wrote a book, it would be like an 800-page book.
Yeah, it would.
Literally, and like the audio book would be like 20.
I will never forget her summarizing at Jesse's discussion ever. Keisha, were you there for that?
Which one was
Oh
it?
my gosh. You have to watch it if you read the book. It was the Hitchcock Hotel.
Yes.
No, I wasn't there because I didn't read
Okay.
the book, but it was
Leah
her summary
took-
of it. Okay, I'll go back.
Like 10 to 15 minutes
I would say it was
summarizing this entire book.
So Jesse knows now.
craziest
Never ask
part-
Leah to summarize the book.
people were thrilled. They were
She
commenting
literally told the entire story. I'm not kidding. And like
was
she was right. Like she remembered all of it.
I did, but it was like I do feel like everybody was like, "Okay, God, shut up." Like,
Because like Jessie picked her to summarize and she literally just told the whole story again.
for a while, a while, I thought Jesse and Wendy were frozen.
She did. She thought we were frozen.
But they weren't. They were just listening to me ramble on. But if you ever want to summarize, you are going to get every part of the possible book. Okay. Just so you know. My husband would say the same exact thing, Leah. I believe it. We are the talkers. I think that's what you're talking about. Just edited. I'm behind. Girl, you're not behind. You post like amazing videos every week. And I feel like I post one every month now. I'm getting so behind. Jeannie says, bookmark guess 30, bag goodies guess 12. Good guesses. I like it. 82 bookmarks, Dolores says, read 22 pages and how to solve your own murder. Okay, so I started that. It was an arc, and I did not like it. I DNF'd it.
Me too.
I liked it, but I just felt like I was like bored the whole time.
Yeah. But you know what? I tried to read it when I was like, I think I had COVID.
Yeah, I was going to say, I think you did try to read it when you were sick. There was a book that I tried to read while I was sick, and it really affected my rating. And I want to say it was like one that you guys love too. Oh, I'm going to have to remember. It might have been, no, it wasn't an Allie Hazelwood. What's the other one? Abby Jimenez. Part of Your World. I read it when I wasn't feeling good. I don't really think that really greatly involved.
That second "oh" got me. You're like, oh.
Let's just say I've had a few of the baked goods from my dad.
Really?
Did you have some coffee?
No, I just had like several Rice Krispie treats before I came back on. Megan Quinn is pretty spicy. Did not know that about her, actually. Once they start doing it, they do it in every scene they're together. We did talk about this, and I will agree with Corinna. Once Pandora's box was opened in that book, you could not close it.
The funny thing is, okay, I really have a problem with just buying books because people say they're good and not reading anything about them.
Yes, you do.
Keisha.
You just always ask me, girl. I got you. I will look.
Okay, so I bought this book, Keisha, for Leah, just to be nice because everybody said it was good. I didn't know how spicy this book was.
I was laughing.
So I'm very intrigued to see what I think about it.
Oh my goodness.
I will say, as far as spice level goes, there was something that they do in this book that I have not read prior in any book. And I was like, are they really going to do this? I mean, a little gag reflex might have come in a little bit. Oh no, Leah, I got that Lucy Score book to read. Good luck, Betsy. I mean, make sure you have on all of your AC when you read it. You'll get a little hot and stressed.
No, it was just cringe.
It was just cringe. It wasn't even like you're like, oh, this is interesting. It was like, whoa, this is disgusting. Make it stop. I guess Wendy and I will have lots of fun, colorful conversations when we read.
Honestly, I just want to laugh about it.
It's so fun. I honestly cannot wait for you to get to, because maybe I have just not read a spicy book in a while, and it's like, oh my gosh, whoa. Maybe it's just me.
No, because everybody's been saying that.
Weigh in, people. Because I feel like it was I don't know, sweet, and we're having Christmas cookies by the lit tree, and then it was like, mom, chicka, pom, pom, every other second. Yep, I'm loving it. I'm so glad that you're loving it. I only listened to a few chapters of the most wonderful crime of the year. Keisha, don't even talk about it. She did not love that book.
I mean, I gave it 4 stars, but I think it's overhyped.
Yeah, okay, so I honestly liked it so much. I think that it could have been overhyped.
I enjoyed reading it.
But it was really, really good.
I think I loved it so much because it's different from any Christmas book I've read.
Yeah, it was kind of like a cozy meets a Christmas book.
Yeah, the only Christmas books I've read are just straight romance. So I think that's why I liked it so much.
It's funny because in Jordan's vlog, and she's mentioned it before, it's called a ro-mystery, which I don't like. That I like
what?
Romanticy. That word I like. Ro-mystery sounds weird to me, but also I'm like, this is literally just a cozy mystery because just about every cozy mystery has a romance and a mystery. And so to me, it just read like a cozy mystery, except a little bit more modern.
It really was like a cozy mystery.
But it had a lot more romance than a cozy.
Yeah, it had a lot more romance.
Dependent there's some cozies that have a little bit more, but it just depends on.
And I do think, if I remember correctly, it was a fade to black or like a clean book.
It was closed door.
Closed
but it
door,
was still
yeah.
there.
Okay, so I couldn't remember.
There's definitely some little innuendos there.
I mean, they definitely like.
At least they said, "Do you want to make out?" instead of "Do you want to do deed?" You know,
right? And yes, okay, and that is like a really cute part later too. I love Leah's summarizing so concise.
We were all
so
laughing about it.
It's totally not concise.
He was just like, what did he said something really funny about like, I need to ask Leah to explain like every book to me. I forget. It was really funny.
Yeah, but like if I could be just spark notes for all of you, you know, just like come to me when you need like the overview and I'll give it to you.
And Keisha, she again, like the time she read Riley Sager's Final Night, audiobooked this book within like a day on like 3 times speed and was able to tell us all the entire story.
I literally read it like that day.
I don't even understand.
Wow.
I have this ability to really like, are you taking my cord? My husband's taking his charger cord back. I might need it. Bring it back. I have this ability to like remember things so well if I audiobook it or even though I read it too. So like I read and audiobooked, I just have a really good memory, but I don't have a good way of speaking it in a condensed way. Good memory, bad delivery. I haven't watched the replay of the Hitchcock Hotel, but I did hear
You heard about it.
We heard about it. Everybody's talked about it.
Rumors about it. Oh, great. I love that. That's hilarious. Denise says, The Shining is not my typical read for December. It fits well with a reindeer readathon prompt. It does have a good snowy atmosphere. That's true. I forgot about that. Yeah, that would be good. I like a good thriller if there's a lot of like good weather for December. I love that someone talks more than me. I love you, Leah. I'm so glad. My whole life, I have been the talker. So funny story. I come from two, kind of like Wendy. Both of our parents were extremely like quiet and they never talk. And so it's kind of funny that I came from like two extremely introverted people. My parents didn't know what to do with me. They were like, oh my gosh, send her to her grandmother's house every summer, all summer.
Oh my goodness.
And now my husband with the female bodyguard comment. That's so funny. My husband and we just don't even care what he thinks about books with female bodyguard. We don't even need his opinion. Throne of Glass, I'm never letting him read anything again. He came in on book 3 and thought he knew everything. Ridiculous. Y'all are making my entire TBR look really bleak tonight. Stop. I'm sorry. I also need to stop randomly buying books without knowing anything about them. Oh my gosh. Tammy and Wendy are the worst at that, by the way.
We are the worst.
They are the worst.
I've gotten better, okay? Keisha taught me, I forgot. And then Yvette retaught me.
Yeah, Yvette told me that. She told you, and I was like, I literally
tags. Now I look every time.
Yeah.
He looks at
But
all.
Goodreads, though, sometimes they don't do all the tags that I want to see. So I do check Storygraph sometimes because they'll give more but it just depends. So.
Yeah.
But I make sure I know. I'm like, I need to know if certain things are in this book.
I mean, that's true.
A lot of the times that like not all books will tell you in the synopsis. Like there's some that will be like, this is a sweet, clean romance. But the spicy books don't tell you they're spicy. So I just go in the reviews on Goodreads until I find somebody that tells.
Yeah, but I didn't do that for this Megan Quinn book.
I knew who Megan Quinn was, so I knew that.
I did not.
I just remember thinking to myself, like, how funny it was.
I know. I was like, here you go, Leah. This looks cute. It's like The Grinch.
And it was like a book for like
Megan Quinn, no Chloe Leese, no Tessa Bailey. Like I can tell you all the ones I know they're not for me.
Sweet baby Jesus, like Tessa Bailey, that is the absolute worst thing you could ever read. Don't do it. I laughed too because it was like Wendy's gift to me for my dad's anniversary of his passing. It's the best memorial gift, right?
Christmas book. I thought
Wendy always
Christmas.
Wendy needs to quit gifting you books because she literally gives you those tags.
That's Leah.
I didn't know
I do that to her. Tell her about my gifting to you.
Well,
Wendy,
I can't live. I'll
It's-
tell you.
I
about that.
know.
I always give Wendy the worst books too. And then she's like, I didn't love this, or I DNF'd it, or I'm not going to read it. And I'm like, fine, never again.
But
All
you
right.
can't help it. You don't
No.
know. So.
Yeah.
I've definitely given Wendy some spicy.
I mean, in her defense, I had a lot of them on my wish list. So
Yeah. It's okay. Icebreaker,
my fault.
you may never know what happened in that book. What's so funny is I never read Icebreaker. No shame to you if you read it, but I heard it was very spicy, so I didn't like delve into it. But my husband grabbed it randomly because he was like, "Oh, I was looking through your cute romance book." He was like, "Rated X."
Oh my gosh.
All right. Wow, Corinna, I didn't know that about Megan Quinn. This is the first one I'm reading by her, and the Grinch aspect pulled me in. It did me too. It is actually very good and well done. I might be DNFing it then if it's not that bad. Betsy, I will say it is at the latter part of the book. I will tell you, you could skip through those parts and you wouldn't be missing any of
That's what I'm planning on doing. Is just skipping.
Yeah, just skip through those parts.
That's what I had to do with the 5th book of Avatar.
Yeah, just skip through it and you'll be
Just skip.
completely up to speed. If you hear the toilet flush, my daughter randomly came in here to use my bathroom. Why? It's like 9:36. Why are you not in bed? Daddy. I end up with a lot of pretty DNFs. That's so funny, Tammy. I love that. Maybe we need to split it into chapters each day so we can laugh about specific scenes.
Oh, I will.
I'm going to die when you guys read it. It's just going to be so much fun. Row Mystery sounds super weird. I agree.
Yeah,
it kind
I
of
don't
feels
like
like a little mystery like series about like a dog who's like Red Rover, like a row mystery. Like, I don't know. It just sounds lame to me.
Oh my
No,
goodness.
it's not. I'm the worst at it. Add a book I don't need to my Amazon cart to qualify for overnight shipping. So many books. Corinna, just use my Prime sign in if you want it. Like, you don't need to add books. You can do it. Okay, bye, Ellie. I'm on a sprint, baby. Good night. I love you. I can skim parts. It's fine. Okay, we are down to good night. Oh, that's amazing. Thank you. My daughter got a hamster alive pet that delivers babies when you feed it water and you have to wait 60 minutes for it. And so apparently when I got her today, you feed it water. Shut the door. You feed it water and in 60 minutes it delivers babies. And I was like,
I have never heard
I
of
love that.
it's appropriate.
That's
Oh my gosh.
That's $19.
Me and Will we were doing like a date night last weekend and we went to Walmart and we were trying to find a game for us to play, which we didn't get one. We did a puzzle, but we were going down the aisle and he was like, okay, if you were a kid or when you were a kid, what toys would you want? And I was so excited to do that. I was like, and I want a Hatchimal so bad. I mean, not now. Like I wouldn't enjoy and appreciate a Hatchimal, but I love, do you have one?
I love Hatchimals.
They just look so cute.
Yeah.
Super cute. I love kids' toys as well because then you get cute stuff like this. You know, my daughters love
Mini
the
brand.
girl dolls, and then you get like cute little books like this, like for their school, and like, you know, like all these little accessories. I love it.
I would be all over those mini brands. Like mini brands are such a huge.
That is my daughter's favorite. Addison specifically loves the mini brands that you can create food. Like it has like little like instructions on how to make the food and she's obsessed.
Yes, you create like I saw one where you make waffles and like cake or brownies.
Did you see Gwen's, was it Gwen's or Jesse's? It was Gwen's vlog when Jesse came to visit her and they got those and they made them, but then they made them into refrigerator magnets.
No,
after they made the little thing. Yeah.
That is so much fun. I feel like they just have such great ideas all the time.
Mm-hmm.
I have Prime, but overnight you need.
I didn't even know you could do that.
Corinna, you were teaching us something new. You need to have $35. Okay. Well, I'm definitely going to be doing some overnight things. That sounds super fun.
All right.
Here we go.
How many bookmarks?
I said 55. Let's go back up.
100.
I'm scrolling to go back up to the numbers.
Okay.
Let's see if we're close.
Well, I'll just go ahead and tell you who's close, and then y'all have to compete. Wendy and Betsy are the closest. So
I knew it.
You have to pick different numbers.
Wendy's always okay. She's got like a gift at this.
So, Wendy, you have to guess one more time, and Betsy guess.
But we didn't guess it.
Yeah, so I want y'all to do one more guess before
I say
tell you.
103.
Okay.
Betsy
Betsy said
said 94.
113.
I win.
Oh my gosh, that's insane. Keisha,
Yeah.
wow.
And that's like a guesstimate. I mean, I counted what I can see, and I was like, okay, I still have a bookmark in this book in this other room, and then I couldn't find what. So I may have some laying around, but it's around that number. So
That
Yeah,
is
because like those little, like I have a bunch of little magnet ones too.
I don't have like a ton of those, but like, I mean, I have probably like maybe 10 of
Wendy
them.
that she got me. I probably have more magnet ones because I have friends, and then I have Gilmore Girls, and then I have a Christian one, and there's like 8 in those. So yeah, I have more of like the magnets than anything else.
I love bookmarks though.
I like bookmarks, but I find myself not using them as much because I always like lay my books down like this. And so then I just
You're gonna
don't.
break your spine. All you people doing this Christmas tree book thing are
I
about
don't
to
do
drive me
that.
crazy.
I have heard people actually on TikTok, people were like posting videos being mad about it. And they're like, there was like a video where this girl was doing it, and one girl was like watching it, and she was like watching it like
Yeah,
this.
because it breaks the spine.
breaks
Like,
the
unless you
spine.
thrift your books and that you don't care, then fine. But
Or like a
I mean,
hardback.
They did it at Barnes and Noble, so they suck. Maybe we should ask them if we can have the books they bent. Maybe we could do that. I don't know. But I do know it's a trend. Everyone's doing it. So if you don't want to see the carnage, don't look.
thank you.
The Christmas tree book thing does stress me out. Now, I feel like there's a way to do it. Like, okay, so like if you have a hard book, that would be okay, right? Because you're
That's
I
not.
what I
think it
was
would
saying.
still like mess with that where it's bound together though. It might just make it a little bit more flimsy depending on how long it's left. Like
Jordan did it in her video.
I know, I saw it, but I didn't say nothing because to each their own. But I'm like, oh my gosh,
Ask
I
her
know
what
she
they
raised-
look like when she takes them back down.
Oh, that's going to be so sad. Oh, I feel bad for her. Well, let's go ahead and sprint again.
We need a long one.
Let's do a long one. Let's do like, what if we did 15 after or 20 after? Or even,
Yeah, let's do long so we can get some reading done.
why don't
'Cause
we
I feel like
do,
that's-
okay, let me create a banner. Let's do 30 after. So we come
Okay.
back at
yeah,
like
let's do that.
10:30.
I like the 40-minute sprints.
Yeah, let's do that. And we'll come back here at 30 after 10:30. You can guess how many goodies are in my bag. We're not going to be marking. We're going to be reading honor system. Let's do it. We got this.
Tammy, I still don't know how many bookmarks you had. You need to count.
To mute if you need my music. Happy reading. Hello.
Hi.
We're back. Let me get my banner off here.
I just have to say, I did try to listen to the Christmas music, but my ADHD could not even, because I'm physically reading this. So I was reading and I'd be like singing the Christmas song in my head, even though there's no lyrics. And I'm like, I can't do this.
I actually turned mine down to where it was like really light, but it was still like jolly. And that's the way I like to listen to it. Like I can't listen to it too loud, but like turn down a little bit. I just like having something in the background, but I feel like I'm used to it because my husband, he plays Christmas music like all day long on like a soft jazz. So to me, it's like background music of my life. So it like doesn't bother me at all. So
it's like the opposite of my husband.
like my husband just has his tablet. Like he'll get up, he'll make his coffee, he'll take his tablet, he'll put it on like a Christmas scene with Christmas music, and then he'll like leave it there in the like living room all day. So what does your husband do, Wendy? He just never has any music.
I call Tom the Grinch. That's what we all call him.
Is he like against Christmas?
Yeah, he hates it.
He hates Christmas. I didn't know this about
Christmas music.
Christmas or Christmas music?
Christmas.
Why does he hate Christmas?
Because he doesn't like that everyone feels forced to buy gifts. He feels like it's dumb.
I mean, I get that, but like I feel like for me, someone who like shows their love language through gift giving, it's like my time to shine. I'm like, this is so great.
Leah just likes getting gifts.
It's like I like getting and giving gifts. It's like
Giving and receiving and receiving and giving
and receiving.
Like all of it.
Y'all know what I'm referencing?
That's not so greedy. I'm like, I just want everything for myself. No. I think for me, like my mom growing up, she was really good about always buying my brother gifts to mark special occasions. Like even if they were even not even that special. Like if we came back from summer camp, she had like a gift basket for us of like goodies or something. Like she was just really good about that. And even today, when we go to visit her, she has like a welcome basket for my kids of like toys and everything. Like I told her when they were younger, I'm like, do not start this standard because it's going to get more and more expensive. But she does every time. And then like for a while, she wasn't buying me anything. And I would just come in and be like, hi, Mom, 10 minutes later after she greeted the kids. But now she gets me gifts too.
Oh my gosh.
Like just for visiting.
I'm spoiled.
Like my mom got me like a candle and like a candle and like I'm trying to think of other things, bath bombs or like bath products, just all kinds of little, or like a shirt. She hates Taylor Swift, but she bought me like a Taylor Swift shirt when she came to visit. And I was like, Mommy. Anyway, moving on. Let's see. Okay. I about died when Jordan made the book Christmas Tree in her video. I was like, no. Oh, no. Let's just read a few comments and then I'll ask you guys how far you guys got. Okay, I couldn't resist starting How My Neighbor Stole Christmas. And I'm already cracking up at the prologue. It is really funny, Betsy. I actually really did like the book. It's funny. It's just spicy. I was singing them in my head to mute.
We're the same, Corinne.
I get it. Not everybody loves that. I read 40 pages of Vera Wang. That's awesome. Like, is it actually like Vera Wang, like the designer? Did she write some type of biography? I figured it wasn't. It was just some other person named Vera Wang. My hubby is a Grinch too. He's the literal definition of grumpy. I'm the literal definition of sunshine. So you're like grumpy sunshine in your relationship. That's so cool. What's your hubby like, Keisha? Is he a Grinch or like is he grumpy sunshine?
No, he likes Christmas. Christmas music he doesn't really care for, but he likes Christmas.
Oh, well, that's good at least. Nice. What's his personality like though? Like, how would you like if you guys were a rom-com, how would you describe him as a character?
I don't know. So like if it was like our meet cute, which we didn't really have a meet cute, but like we were like high school sweethearts, friends to lovers type romance. But I like the way I would describe us then and now is very different. But like our personalities now, we're opposites. Like I'm like the dreamer, the like want to travel, want to go do things, want to like have fun in life. And he's the more like practical, business minded, like that I don't know. So, but that's not the way it's always been. That's just been like as we've aged, because we've been together for 12 years, 13 years. So
Yeah. I feel like that's how it goes. Like, because Wendy and her husband are high school sweethearts. Me and my husband are high school sweethearts, and you too. And I feel like when you do like have a relationship like that, you do grow and evolve, and usually like you become more opposite. So like my husband the same. We would like have all the things in common, and then now as we've grown, we're more opposite in like everything, down to like the temperature or the mattress firmness or like whatever it may be. But I've read a psychological study on that basically said that like that's a hallmark of a good relationship, because if you are too similar, it's too boring, but also you're like more indifferent towards each other. Like there's not a lot of communication or like spark. So it's like you can't be too much alike. You gotta like find a sweet.
Yeah.
So
I say this all the time. My husband and I were so opposite, but I say this all the time that it has been so good for our relationship. Like if you let it, it can really destroy a relationship being opposites. But once we got through like the first several years where it was hard, we've come to a place to really appreciate that.
it can be a
And
strength.
I feel that he has taught me so many things because he's the opposite of me. I feel like he's helped me be more well-rounded. And I do think that if you, not to say that's a bad thing, but if you are with someone who's exactly like you, it's not, you're not going to see as many things that help you to grow. Whereas I feel like he's really helped me grow in areas that obviously he's strong in, but I'm not. So
we've talked about that too. Like me and Will have talked about how, because he tells me like I help make him more empathetic or soften him a little bit more, because that's kind of how I am. Not that he's like hard or anything, like, but just I don't know. So we do complement each other in that way. So that's a good point.
Yeah. I feel like Wendy has a good point. Like it can be, people complain about it, but it can be a really good strength, because if you lean into the strengths of the other person, like you said, they make you better. Whereas if you're like too similar, you're not, like you said, pushing either one. You're like both really stagnant and like comfortable where you are. So yeah, I feel the same way. Like I'm not, funny enough, everyone's going to be shocked, I'm not very introspective. So I don't know if you know this, but there are percentages of people in the world that don't have an inner monologue, and I'm one of them. So I think say, I don't think process say. And then many people, they think process say because they have an inner monologue that kind of tells them in reels like, okay, don't say that, this isn't appropriate, whatever. I don't have that. So but Tyler does, to like the extreme. So I feel
oh
like
my gosh, just listening to him talk about how like he literally plays out entire conversations in his head before actually saying it.
Yeah. So like apparently Tyler and a good friend of ours on our worship team named Whitney, they're very similar. The reason they enjoy solitude is because they sit and have conversations with themselves in their own heads.
That's crazy to me.
I feel like that would be so boring.
And you know what? I think Tom does that too.
Yeah, like I think so does Joe, our friend's husband. So it's like, I feel like there are people who just can do that. I'm not one of them, but that's one way that I do say that my husband helps me, is he helps me be introspective of myself, because I'm not like that. And he helps me process through thinking, like this could be a potential problem. This could be, because I don't naturally swing that way.
I do think before I say, but like I don't sit there and like discuss like what the person might say. Like I don't do that.
It's not like Lizzie McGuire inner monologue.
Yes, it's not like that for me. I wish, I'm very envious of people who do have that relationship with themselves, because they make better choices and they do present themselves better. But I'm not one of them. Okay. I just say whatever. It's so funny. Like I just say whatever's on my mind. Like I walked into the bathroom today at Hobby Lobby with 2 kids, and I was like, ew, I'm not staying in here. It smells horrible. And I walked out, and the kids were like, that was rude. I was like, I'm sorry. When you're my age, you just don't.
It'd probably be better if we had an inner monologue, because then we wouldn't say things before we think.
It probably would be better. So Tyler has like, okay, yeah, comment Comment below if you have an inner monologue. That would be very interesting to know. But it's just not something that I don't think I would be interested enough to listen to my own inner monologue. I feel like I have too much ADHD for that. I'd be like,
That's hilarious. I don't want to listen to myself.
I don't want to listen to myself talk. I'm bored. No, not at all. Like the designer, oh wait, I missed one. Sorry. Boom. Denise made it to page 358 of 659 pages. Holy crap. Finally passed halfway. That's awesome. That's like a really good stopping point even. Good job. Halfway through. No, not at all like the designer. I figured it wasn't like the designer at Kohl's. It's this little Asian old lady who is all up in people's business and overbearing, but so funny. She's trying to solve a murder of a man who was found in her tea shop. That sounds super cute. I'm going to get to the end of these and you guys tell me how your reading was. It's kind of like a fictional cozy, lit fit cozy. Nice. I'm on page 96 of, I forget what she was reading. I hate
Christmas with a Crank.
Oh, okay. Yes. Awesome. I'm glad you said you were loving it. It's so cute. That's awesome. I'm glad you're liking it, Bethany. That gives me hope.
Yeah, it does get a lot better.
Yeah. Like I just need to get to that place where he's like getting more sunshiny. Please, God, do it. Oh my gosh. Mike and I are opposite almost down to every detail as well. Yeah. Me and my husband too. Like, I mean, even down to like our food preferences, everything. 100% Wendy. It is definitely difficult at times, especially with big issues, but we do complement each other and grow from each other. I agree. You can definitely do that. If my husband would love the beach and or also have any desire to go to Disneyland, we would be like the perfect match, like made in heaven. Like if he could if God, if you're listening, just change that about him.
Oh my goodness.
Then we'd be perfect. I'm one of those that has the inner monologue. That's awesome. Betsy, I wish I had that. I'm jealous. I would love to know how that feels. I 100% have an inner monologue. That's great. Do you, Keisha? Did you say you did?
No.
Yeah,
no, I don't think before I speak, which gets me in trouble sometimes.
Same.
But like then there's other times I don't have like an inner monologue, but then there are times where like I'll overthink things. Like in a moment with a person, I can just spurt something off and not think. But then I have moments where I overthink things before like I have a conversation with somebody. And I might play out in my head how it might go, but it's not like inner monologue. Like
like I'm not playing out every possible scenario. And then I think Wendy, you're like me. You don't have that either, do you? Wait.
I definitely think before I speak, but I don't go to the extent that our husbands do. I would say I do have an inner monologue, but it's not super in depth. You know what I mean? Like I'll think about like something I'm going to say before I say it. But I don't play out like, oh, but like for instance, they were talking about how like they play out like different ways that those people could respond. Like they go through the whole thing in their head.
I just feel like inner monologue, when I think of that, I think of Lizzie McGuire, and I don't do it's not like there's a person in my head talking. You know what I mean? Like it's not like that.
Yeah,
like, I think about what I want to say a lot of the times. Like if someone's talking, I'll think about what I want to say next, but I'll wait. And then sometimes by the time they're finished speaking, I'll be like, okay, I'm not going to say that or whatever, Yeah,
I feel like Wendy's a really good listener, which I feel like when she's listening, she's processing. And I feel like when I'm listening, I'm partially processing, but also like, I don't know, like
about what you want to say.
Well, not, you know what?
I do that. And it's awful. It makes me not a good listener.
You'd be surprised at how little I actually do that. I feel like more so I get distracted by like the details of people's face or their hair or what color they're wearing or something like that. Like, but like but I feel like Wendy is such a good listener. Like she's processing everything and the emotion. I'll process the information slightly before I process the emotion. Like I have a very fragmented way of like communicating.
But again, this is not how I was. But this goes back to like our original thing is that's because of my husband. So like my husband cannot stand when people interrupt people. It's like one of his biggest pet peeves. And so that was one of the things we argued about so much at the beginning of our marriage, that now I feel like he's trained me to not interrupt.
Yeah.
My
So
husband-
I will sit there and I will wait until someone's finished before I say what I want to say. The downside of that is sometimes I will forget by the time they're finished what I was going to say. And so
Yeah.
I told him this. I'm like, I do agree with what you're saying, but I do think there should be a little bit of allowing interruption because I don't have the greatest memory and you're also long-winded. So by the time you finish what you're saying, I forget.
Yeah.
Mm.
I feel like, Wendy, you've been better about that though. Like you used to listen and wait till someone was done and then interject. But now I feel like you interject more in the moment so you don't forget, which is good because I feel like that stimulates conversation. People would probably say this about me, that they think that I anticipate what I'm going to say next based on like I'm thinking about what to say when people are speaking, but I actually don't. Strangely, I just like naturally know what to say. I don't know. It's very weird. Nothing is going on up there.
Oh my goodness.
It's just coming out. Bethany says, yes, I have an inner monologue and overthink. I also go over things I've said later and get all anxious about
I
it.
do that too.
I have a friend who does that as well. And she will literally have an encounter with like a random stranger at Kroger and like be at home thinking about it for like the rest of the day. I'm like, don't worry about it. Like I will say that like one good thing about not having an inner monologue is I don't tend to overthink all the time. Just on really rare occasions will I wouldn't say I overthink. I just get randomly stressed about like things. Like when people don't give me a lot of context about stuff, I'm like putting in my own context. I have an inner monologue. I even talk out loud to myself. And no, I'm not crazy. My family loves to tease me about it. I have never done that, but I feel like once again, that just shows you have a great relationship with yourself. And I feel like I wish I had more of that, little Lizzie McGuire person. 100% Wendy. I always forget. I do think nowadays we focus so much on what we want to say that we won't listen to what the other person is saying. I try to be better. I do feel like that is a very big cultural issue that we do have.
Yeah, I think a lot of it has to do with phones.
I do
Oh,
too.
yeah.
Yeah, we have legitimately an attention deficit.
Because we're so used to our phone,
Yeah.
we now aren't able to focus anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We need like quick information. We need it concise. And also like, I feel like we move on very quickly. Like when someone
Yeah.
says something,
Mhm.
instead of actually like really honing in on what they say, we're like moving on to the next subject. It's like really
Yeah.
a problem.
We'll watch there was some video that he watched that talked about how short form content like TikTok, how your brain, like you're watching a video and you're in one world and then you scroll and you're in another world and you scroll and you're in another. It does something to your brain chemistry because your brain is not like, it's not used to processing things that fast. Like it
Yeah.
stays in a place for longer. So that's really affecting.
I think
the
I
way
saw
that-
it on your TBR. Wasn't it a book called maybe it was Jordan's, How Social Media is Retraining Your Brain or something like that. I
Mhm.
saw it on someone's, but yeah, it actually does create different pathways. Like it's, we're being trained to be that way. It's pretty sad.
Side note, if you are a parent, Simplicity Parenting.
Yes. That's a good
Excellent book on this subject in particular about electronics and the effect they have on your kids, but also toys that have lots of flashing lights and noises.
Mhm.
It really messes with them being able to focus.
Yeah. Simplifying your environment and you simplify your mind. I feel like that's also really great for ADHD people who maybe I feel like I might be undiagnosed, where like if you don't have a lot of stimulants, like you're just more at peace and you're more in control of like everything, even like your mental processes and all of that.
Mhm.
I do too, Bethany. All these inner monologue folks. I'm jealous. Absolutely. And I think we are very impatient. We are so used to instant gratification. This is so true. Last comment, and then I'll have you guys tell me how your reading was. I
Third
honestly,
time's the charm.
huh?
I said third time's the charm. That's the third time you said it.
Well, the more the comments,
I know.
I want to get to them. I honestly, and I want them to be like while we're talking about this relevant subject.
Yeah.
I honestly wish my inner monologue would pipe down. She's so much sometimes, or
Oh.
too much. I would like to have one fabled reader. Like, I'm jealous. Okay, Wendy, how was your reading time? How far did you get?
Side note, I do talk to myself. I definitely do that.
I do
never
sometimes,
do that.
yeah.
I will like walk around and clean and like say things
That's
to
so
myself sometimes.
But, like, what so, like, when you speak to yourself, what's the significance? Do you feel like you
Like
just
I'll be
hear
like,
Does it
I
help
need
you
to do
focus?
this, I need to do this. Like I'll be like saying it out
I do
loud.
that.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like I just think more with my body. Like, I don't think out loud, but I'll grab something and then I'll look at it and, like, I don't know, like, I'm just more sporadic with my movements. But how was your book?
Hold on. I'm answering Corinna.
In the comments?
I know there's a couple.
I got
Oh,
I think almost 4 chapters. I literally had 1 page left. to my
That's
book.
awesome.
So I'm about 100 pages in. I thankfully have the audio on Hoopla too. So I think it's good so far, but I do think it's probably going to be a mid, which doesn't surprise me just because again, the reviews weren't the best. But
Yeah.
I mean, I like it, but it's just not going to be like, oh, this is so good, you know.
What made you pick it up again? I forget. The readathon, right? What made you pick that book up again specifically?
Well, the readathon, but also I was saving this book particularly for wintertime since
Oh,
it's
that's
called
right.
Omen of Ice. I was like, well, that'll be the perfect time to read that.
That's true. You have had it for like I bet. I remember when you bought
Yeah,
that.
I was saving it for like a seasonal read since I knew it was like a winter court fantasy book.
We're like all playing with our hair. We're like,
I know. I'm just like,
Leah, what's the tick you said you have?
okay, so if you don't like do it just to make fun of me, but if you go back and you watch some of my videos, like I have 2 specific ticks. Not like I'm nervous, but like they're like excited ticks or like hyperactive ticks, I guess. Like I flip my hair a lot in some of my like
I
beginning
touch my hair
videos.
a lot.
I flip and touch my hair a lot, but also when I got a nose ring, I like I'm so fearful that my nose ring is like at the weird spot where it conjoins. So I'm always like twisting it or touching my nose. I don't know why.
I itch my nose when I film, and I think Jules said she does that too. I don't know why.
I have a really weird tick too that's like completely not has to do with like anything with this, but when I pass by a police officer, I get really nervous because I've been pulled over for speeding and or other things. And I'll be like, act normal. And I always like itch my nose.
I always freak out when I'm
like, that's the most normal thing ever, right? Like if he's looking at me and I'm itching my nose, he thinks I'm just like not even aware of his presence.
Corinna's gonna laugh because her husband's a cop.
Oh, gosh.
Corinna, tell your husband that we are always nervous on the road.
Listen, a cop.
Even if I'm not doing anything wrong, I'm like,
yes.
I hope I wasn't doing anything wrong.
Yeah, the other day I was at an intersection, and really it was the cop's right of way to go, but he stayed there and didn't go and was like motioning me to go, and I was like, this is entrapment. He's trying to trick me. He's trying to make me break the law. And I didn't go immediately, and he was like. Then I finally went, and I'm like, he's gonna pull me up. Like I love police officers, but I also fear them.
But Keisha, how far did you get in your book?
How far did you get?
I read about 50 more pages, so I'm almost at the halfway point. I also think my book's gonna be mid because like I don't know, I don't love it. It's like I'll probably give it a 3.
What's with all these mid books, man?
I know, but like this cover is a 5.
I know.
I feel like the cover pulls us in, and then
that's what my issue is. It's always the cover.
Well, this is a special edition. Like the original cover doesn't look like this, but like it's the cover, and then when you open it, it's got the little town, and I love the font that they use. Which, by the way, like this whole series is hockey romance, and this is Dex Hart's book, so they have him.
Cute. It kind of reminds me of like that Sweet Valley High book from a long time ago.
That's so cute.
The font, like the eyes are dotted with hearts. Like it's adorable. So aesthetically, it's a 5 out of 5, but I think it's probably just going to be a 3. And Wendy is going to be so happy that I'm about to say this. Do you know what I feel like reading right now?
Historical fiction?
Yeah.
Hey, you want a buddy read with me and Lauren? We're going to read Frozen River this month.
No, because that's not what I want to read. I don't do literary.
It's historical fiction.
Huh?
It's historical fiction.
That's not what I'm going to read. I have 2 others on my.
The
TBR
minute you said
list.
historical fiction, we lost like 5 viewers. I'm just kidding.
No, but
Whatever.
I'm very picky with the historical fiction that I do like, and I found that most of the ones I like are bookish, which makes sense. But I had
Libraries. The library.
I had, ironically enough, like 4 or 5 years ago, I had Last Christmas in Paris. Like I owned it and I wanted to read it, but then I had it for 4 or 5 years and I was like, I haven't read this, so I'm just going to unhaul it. And then Jordan freaking recommended it in her video.
I saw it in her video.
I unhauled this last year because I was like, if I don't read it, I'm going to unhaul it. But I kind of feel like reading that. And then there's another one that's, I don't know that it's historical, but the cover is just like calling out to me, and I need this book.
Don't follow the cover, Keisha. Don't do it.
Don't fall for that.
Gosh. Okay, but it's Christmas in the Castle Library by Anne Swindle.
Ooh, that does look really pretty.
But it sounds really good too, though. Like I put it on my tentative TBR for the month. But like this girl is getting her PhD in history. She loves books, but in order to finish her dissertation, she has got to get this information that she can only get at the Royal Castle Library in England around Christmas time on her break. And she's trying to solve a mystery that all these scholars have been trying to solve for like a century, and they have not been able to solve it. And it's what happened to their long lost queen. She was a young royal who disappeared shortly after the outbreak. Okay, it is historical kind of the First World War. And while she's there, she meets this like castle staff member, and they have like a romance, but he's also keeping a secret from her, and like it could change her life forever. And I'm like, oh, she's connected to the royal family or something. You know? But anyway, it just sounds adorable, and it's not super long. It's only like just over 300 pages, so it's pretty. It's about like this.
I love it. You make like library type books sound a lot more exciting than I think I would have thought of them to be before. But like, it's true. I do really enjoy bookish stuff.
I love books about books. AJ Fickery, like, love that book.
My gosh, that book was so fabulous. I like it too. I feel like for me, it has to be, I don't know, specific. Like it has to have like a romance element, like the one that we read, but not maybe historical fiction as much. I like maybe like a literary fiction bookish one more.
Yeah.
But that's exciting. All right, let's see. Wendy, wait. Was that an article or a book? She already sent it. It is a book called Simplicity Parenting. Yes, I do that too, Wendy. What was it again that you do?
Maybe Simplicity Parenting, or
no idea.
Something about maybe inner monologuing. We were talking about a lot of things. I say instructions.
Maybe forget while you're waiting.
Oh yeah, maybe that's what it was.
I don't know. Let us know, Bethany.
Or talking through when you're doing things, talking to yourself, maybe.
Oh, that's right. You were
talking out loud.
Talk to yourself.
That's probably more what she was talking about.
Yeah, that's what she said.
I make it sound so crazy. Talk to yourself.
Also, side note before we move on. Okay, pretty book because it's from Al Crate, but I just have to show it.
That is really.
And then.
Ooh. It's
And
giving
then
like Court of Thorns and Roses a little bit. That's really cool. I like it.
But it's just mid.
I swear, if it has a pretty cover, it's a bad book. If it has a bad cover, it's a good book. What the heck?
I'm gonna start looking for ugly books. I'm just gonna pick them out.
Look for the most mid-looking covers. Those are the best books. I say instructions of the steps I need to do when I'm crafting. Okay, first I'm going to do this, and then I'm going to use this ink. It's fine. Everything is fine. I'm fine. That's hilarious. I have never talked to myself. Maybe I should. Maybe I could get better at a lot of things. Going to bed. Thanks for the sprints. Hope to join you again. Thank you, Denise. I hope you come back. Whenever I'm on camera, my nose itches. Ooh, okay. Yeah. See, people have these things. Jules and I talked about that one too. We all have like our certain camera things that we do. I tell him that he doesn't believe me. He's like, no one cares. No, you're wrong. Mike's legit the nicest officer ever. People request him when there are calls at the homeless shelters, etc. He will sit and play chess with people.
Aww,
Stop it.
Let's think of inheritance games.
Oh, I don't think I got to that place. Like which
the first book.
Oh, yes. Okay.
But don't say it out loud, but like that's what that reminded me of. That just that one scene.
Totally understand what you're talking about. The Frozen River, so good. I love historical fiction, but lit fic is my fave. Talking to yourself. My last book was Last Christmas in Paris. Mostly takes place during World War I. It was so good. That sounds awesome. Before we forget, everybody was guessing. Nobody probably cares now. The time has passed. But in my bag, how many baked goods and or candies did I have? You said 7. I took
I
them all
forget
out.
what I said. 12?
I feel like you did say 12.
I don't know.
Wait, I'm going to go back and see.
I don't remember. I'm going to say 12.
I know she said 7. You said 12. Okay, so I ate one during sprints, but it was in my bag. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You got it right. It was like 7. I know. I was like, Keisha's got it. But isn't it hilarious that like today I actually lost my bank card in my purse and I had to dig through. I had to take out all these baked goods at Target to find my bank card. And the lady was like, oh, that's a lot of baked goods.
So for reference, our youth group was doing a bake sale. And we felt bad because nobody was going. So we went there and bought like so many baked goods.
We did. And it was so funny. On the way out, I didn't tell Wendy this, but there was a lady who was like griping about it. She was like, I told these people I'd buy something on the way out. So I guess I have to go buy something from the bake sale. Like she was like mad about it. I'm like, gosh, people, bake sales are not what they used to be. It's like a scary world out there. All right, friends. Do you want to sprint for 30 minutes and then come back and end it? Or do you want to end it now?
End it now. It's 11. We got church.
End it now. Well, everybody.
If you guys want to stay, go ahead.
I should probably honestly go to bed. It has been a super long day. I have been everywhere today, like everywhere.
Yeah, I've been up since 6. So
yeah, I've been up since 7, I think, because I had to go to like a Christmas party this morning. So
yeah, I normally wouldn't care, but because we have church.
Well, I was like, I'm gonna be the cool one and be like, let's go longer, because usually I'm like out of here. So I tried to do like a longer one, but I had so much fun with you guys. Thank you for sprinting. Thank you in the comments, all of the friends. Enjoy your inner monologue and your your Christmas books. I hope you guys have a great night, and we will talk to you soon. We'll sprint. Probably, Wendy, do you have a sprint coming up Thursday?
Yeah, I probably will.
Okay, so yeah. So Wendy has sprints on Thursday at 11, and then I don't know if you have sprints anytime this week. Keisha, do you?
I haven't done sprints in a while, so.
Me either. We may do more impromptu ones as the internet allows. But bye, everybody. Good night.
Good night.
Whoops. I got to end the live first. See, this is why I haven't done it in a while. Trying to leave the studio and the live. Bye now. For real.